Happy 2020, guys. Kicking off this year with something really awesome. Last year, it was like my first year of, I guess, my journey of the BFS world, bait finesse system, basically ultralight bait casting setups. This year, I'm gonna step up my game. I'm gonna go to the mid-range price, but not truly 100% BFS. There are BFS reels out there, but today, and as you guys saw the thumbnail and the title, I am going to be using the Tatula 100. This is the 100 HSL, meaning it is the left-hand reel and 7.1 gear ratio. And I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to take away the factory spool and put on a aftermarket one. And the aftermarket one is this guy here. Look at this. Super duper shallow, okay? And man, this thing's so light. We'll get to this in a second, but I want to talk something a little about this reel before I jump into the game, because I expect to use this reel a few times with potentially different spools, but this is currently the lightest one I could find out there and the most shallowest one that I could put on the Tatula. Now this Tatula is 2019 version. Again, it's 2020, and this is approximately $160, $170 reel. However, on eBay right now, and I think it's because the 2020 version came out, I was able to get this for like $102. You guys can check out the description. I left a link below. And then I also had a coupon, a 10% coupon off anything over $100 in the month of January 2020. So I treated myself to a brand new reel. And guys, I have to say, I have to thank you guys, because it's because of you, I was able to use my YouTube funds and my affiliation funds to step up my game and play with new toys. So for those who watch my videos, those who click my affiliate links in the description below, guys, I thank you. I could not have, made a better purchase with, your investment of time into me. So I'm investing something back for you guys by producing some cool content with, some awesome quality reels. But anyway, guys, this reel got me very excited for a couple things. And I would say this reel has crazy potential for BFS fishing, other than the spool itself, although this is their smallest factor. There's actually a lot of other Tatulas. It's like, higher size, I think 150, 200 and above. But anyway, those are irrelevant. What's relevant right now is the 100, which is the smallest one. And two things why I think that this reel, it has BFS capabilities. And it's actually really important I say that one of them, because it has to do with this guy too. So before I jump too far ahead, the first thing is this guy here. All right, level winding reels, right? The line shoots out this way and the line goes left and right, okay? And it usually goes through like a small little hole guide just like this. And the problem with the level winding reel is when the line shoots out, whether the left or right, when it hits the furthest part, especially when this guy's not directly in the middle, it creates an angle. So it goes like this, then this, right? So that angle actually causes friction, which reduces the casting distance. But watch this, when I hit the thumb bar button, see that? The T-wing system, okay? This thing shot down, widening this, so the line allows to come out, dispensing past the reel so much further than the original line right here. See, this is the original right here. This is the T-wing part right there. So the angle is definitely, maybe it's non-existent. I don't know, I gotta take a look at it. I had never used this type of Daiwa reel before. Super duper excited. But I think this allows us BFS folks to cast lures a lot further, especially those light lures. So the next thing I wanna talk about, which is really important as well, and it is the way that they have their braking system, the MagForce Z. And now, let me just open this so I can show you. It makes it so much easier once I have it open. Now, it's a magnetic braking system. You can see that this is where the magnets are housed. You twist here, this thing rotates around, allowing certain magnets to be in a specific position. Now, the spool, definitely different than other spools that I've seen before. It's right here. This guy right here actually goes into here and, and works with the brakes for the braking system. However, let me show you this right here. This is the MagForce Z. See this? Ready? See how it goes back and forth? The MagForce Z, how it works is, see the spool right here? When you initially cast your lure out and it shoots out, this thing spins freely without any braking system. And how does that work? Well, this guy here, like I said, it's supposed to work with the brakes, right? But this is actually retracted. When it spins fast enough, this guy shoots outwards. See that? It actually is a spring action right here. All right? So this thing actually shoots into here, and then that's where the brakes works. So this is why I believe that this reel, these two things right here, the T-Wing system and the MagForce Z, which make this reel BFS, have BFS capabilities. Now, this guy here, super duper shallow spool, ultralight, and it's so amazing. I mean, this is so thin. Like they say on the website on AliExpress, which you guys can check out in the description below. This is a Roro, and it says you cannot use mono line, you gotta use PE line. And the reason is, likely, I think mono stretches, so what's gonna happen is if you're tugging too tight, it stretches and it's gonna deform your spool, okay? So I got this guy here. I'm gonna weigh both spools just for you guys to see, and as this thing loads up, notice that there's no bearings on either one. The bearings are actually in here on the reel, and that loaded up, and it is in ounces. So we'll start with ounce first. Nope. And there's a go. There we go. All right, so that's ounces, 0.24, but everyone always do in grams. So let's move over, over. There we go, 6.7 grams. That's super duper light. Now let me put the other guy back on. Look at that, 17.4. So this is super duper light. It should allow me to cast even a trout magnet, okay? A 1/64 ounce with a 2-pound test line and a small little trout magnet. So very excited, definitely want to go out there and cast it today, but I want to bring up to you guys one thing about this spool. And I mentioned earlier about how important the MagForce, in my opinion, for BFS fishing. Well, unfortunately, take a look at this. There is no spring action here, right? And then also, if you look at this, now, I'm not quite sure what's the reason. I think it's maybe because this spool is so light that you gotta have this thing already in the magnets so that it's controlled by the magnets so that you don't backlash casting stuff super duper light. But I have a problem with this spool already, which I don't like, okay? And first thing first, I have to say, let me double check. The length of these stuff are the same. You can see everything's the same, but because of this guy here and out this way, you guys gotta make sure before you guys insert this in here that this guy's set to super duper loose, okay? Because if not, you're gonna jam this thing too hard in here and it won't even fit. And there's also one more issue, and I'll show it to you guys right now. This is Roro, and I don't know if it's just this specific one. I did reach out to the folks who sold it to me on AliExpress to see what they say. I think it might be a defect, but let me just put this guy right here for a second. You see how this insert in very easy and out? You know, it's basically loose, right? It's not in there, right? See, it goes in, comes out easily. Put this guy here. Now, I'm gonna do this. You gotta shove that in there. You have to shove it in there. And you have to yank it out. Ready? You hear that scratch? Hold up. I'll try not to grunt because Jimbos shouldn't be grunting anyway. All right, you hear that? Well, there you go. I'll grunt it again like an idiot, but not good. Not good. I don't know if this is gonna hurt my reel at all, but you know what, guys? This is an experiment. I want to see if this spool is gonna be great for me. I mean, if it's gonna be great, I'm likely gonna leave it on for a very long time anyway. So I'm gonna insert it in there, you know, as gently as possible, as far as possible that it's supposed to. I mean, it spins pretty well. Look at that. Okay, it spins very well. And yeah, again, if you don't, and I repeat, if you don't put this thing loose as possible, you will not be able to close this little door right here. Okay, so I'm gonna screw this guy back in here. Then, of course, if you guys don't know how to tune a BFS reel, you just basically do this, wiggle this, okay? If it wiggles, that means it's too loose, then you tighten this. The goal is you need to tighten this as close as possible so this don't wiggle, and that's kind of where you start. And I have it right around here, dialed in. This is on 0 bricks now. Oops. There we go. Those are stock bearings, I guess with stock lube as well. But I may play around with bearings later. But right now, this is it. It does spin, it does retrieve, no problems. My only concern again is how it is actually stuck in the side plate where the braking system is at, that's my own concern. So yeah guys, this is my quick and dirty unboxing, showing you guys a little preview of what I'm playing with this season. And once again, I gotta thank you guys for all you guys have been doing for me, for being my subscriber, for watching my videos. And there's definitely gonna be a full review of this once I completed my testing. So stay tuned for that video. But right now, it's time for me to take this out for a few casts and see how it goes. Happy 2020, guys. Tight lines.